now, the new audacious Trumpian lie from Republicans. They've been trotting this out all day today, is that Colorado, right, Colorado where the All-Star game has moved, they went from Atlanta to Denver, that Colorado actually has more restrictive voting laws than Georgia. Republican Senator Tim Scott tweeting, the MLB is moving the All-Star game out of Atlanta, which has more day of voting rights than Colorado. The wokes are at it again, folks. The wokes, the canceling wokes, they are everywhere. In reality, Colorado is a national model for voter access, with everyone automatically mailed a ballot that could be mailed back or stuck in a convenient drop box. That doesn't happen in Georgia. In fact, just to be clear, the law just passed in Georgia makes it so the state can't bail out ballot applications to everyone. It reduced the number of drop boxes, so that's pretty different. There's also same-day voter registration in Colorado, unlike in Georgia. Far less strict voter ID laws, early in-person voting, if you prefer that. There is a reason the state of Colorado ranked number 2 in turnout in 2020, and it is not because they make voting hard. As Dave Weigel put it, here's an easy way to tell the difference. Find a photo of Colorado voters waiting in a long line on Election Day. Any photo from the last 7 years since all-mail voting was phased in. Good luck. Well, we tried. We can't find those photos because they don't exist. But, in Georgia, that's, pretty easy to find. There were long lines to vote in 2020. Remember that first day of early voting, October 12th there, folks waiting as long as 8 hours to cast a ballot? In Colorado, by contrast, voting is a breeze. You just mail your ballot, or vote in person, or drive right up. Here's what the primary looked like last year.
Well, the polling locations aren't very busy inside because of drive-by voting. This is just a no-brainer, it seems like. This is what they've been doing. They've got this set up right here where people pull up and then they're able to cast their ballots right here on the spot. They just hand them over. We've seen it happen. It's like 4 or 5 seconds.
The White House briefing today, a Fox News correspondent tried to push the lie that Colorado is just as restrictive as Georgia, and it didn't go well.
Is the White House concerned that Major League Baseball is moving their All-Star game to Colorado, where voting regulations are very similar to Georgia?
Well, let me just refute the first point you made. First, let me say, on Colorado, Colorado allows you to register on Election Day. Colorado has voting by mail, where they send to 100% of people in the state who are eligible applications to vote by mail. 94% of people in Colorado voted by mail in the 2020 election. And they also allow for a range of materials to provide, even if they vote on Election Day, for the limited number of people who vote on Election Day.
Yeah, it's not very similar, sir. If Republicans really think Colorado's a model for them, though, that they would accept, I say, let's call it a deal. With so much conflict, debate over all this. So here's the deal. Every state passes Colorado's ballot access laws with bipartisan support, or even better, we federalize it, right? Call it the new H.R. 1, make it the law of the land. Republicans vote for it, Democrats vote for it, we all agree, we sign it into law, we call this whole thing over. The All-Star game could go back to Atlanta, and heck, Donald Trump could even take his Diet Coke out from behind his phone.